Howdy, this is my 2002 Mustang that I'm working on swapping a Ford Barra into. Just thought I'd do a little intro video. A few people want me to record what I'm doing with the car and everything. When I bought this car, it had all the 2-valve bolt-on stuff, comp cams, the whole top end was rebuilt and rebuilt transmission, stuff like that, and it was making right at 300 horse to the wheels. I had a lot of fun, enjoyed it. First Mustang for a while, and then I put a Pro Charger on it, just like many 2 valves before, and made 442 to the rear wheels, and it was a ton of fun to drive. Went to the track a few times and cruised around with friends locally, did a little bit of racing. Enjoyed that for about two full years, and I happened to be racing a Evo running a bit of boost, and he didn't want to do a dig, so we did 2 roll races, and on the second one, the old 150,000 mile 2-valve rods, well, one mainly, said goodbye, and that block. It made an exit here, and there's a hole on the other side. There's the good old rod that let loose, but thankfully was able to stop the car and everything was good there. But that was early this spring, and all this virus crap, the car kind of sat in the corner for a little while, and been working on a blue SVT But anyways, like I said, the car kind of sat here for a little while, and I had been thinking eyeing Barras for probably over a year. Talking with Chris down in Florida, I bug him all the time with questions and stuff, but I finally, once I sold the Pro Charger I had and some other parts, I said, that even though I already had Ford stuff for the 2-valve, but I changed my mind. I said, I'm going to sell it. If it sells, all the 2-valve stuff, I'm going to go ahead and go through with it. So here I am. Didn't do a lot of work to it on the summer, but late summer going into fall and stuff, been at work a lot. But when I was home, I've been working on the engine bay, Scott rod panels riveted in. I've never done any kind of body work before, so that was a lot of learning. You see, I filled the holes, used body filler, hours and hours and hours of sanding. Back there where the AC was, used Scott rod panels there. Probably use the evap drain hole for some wiring, but I'm going to try to use this Team Z K-member that is for a Fox Body 5.0 swap. Chris has some mounts for the Barra to put in a Fox Body, and that's the route I'm going to go on that. Of course, I had manual steering rack. I just put in the strange manual brake cylinder. That's about it up here. I've been working on the wiring. I'm going to try to tuck everything I can. On the factory wiring, I'm going to keep everything for the headlights, tail lights, power windows, stuff like that. And then I've been going through the wiring, and I've got stuff like fuel pump and starter solenoid, all that stuff's going to be in the trunk. I'm using stock wiring off keyed ignition, stuff like that, to instead of running all new wires from the front to the back. That's the interior right now. Nothing special, but inside, I unfortunately had just put this Scott Rod rear seat delete in right before I blew it up. Here's the trunk. Speedmaster fuel cell and battery box. Just use, like I said, use some factory wiring to get back here for fuel pump relay, and then use actually some other fuel pump stock wiring harness to get my starter solenoid signal back here. That's really about it. And now it's been, like I say, I spent so much time on the body of it, the engine bay part of it. I was very glad to get that done with, and a couple weekends ago my brother and I put in the K-member, and I'm still waiting on the rack, the inner tie rods for Fox body, so I'm still waiting on longer outer tie rods, whatever you want to call them, that from Maximum Motorsports. They're a little bit longer to work with the SN95 A arms, of course. They're on back order, so who knows when that'll get here. Got fuel lab, fuel system stuff. Hope to get all the plumbing and stuff tomorrow, maybe work on that over Thanksgiving, but that's about it. Thought I'd just show you the car, and hopefully in a few months there'll at least be the Barra sitting in there, but long ways to go. Goodbye.